Welcome back to Saxthorpe Survival Series. Now, on the last episode we finished up at 3 PM on September 1. The sun is going down, but I thought actually let's do a bit of evening work. So, we are going to grab the mower now, and then essentially tidy up this side of the yard. We've ploughed in the fields we wanted to, but now we're just going to, all the grass and these weeds you can see around the yard, we're just going to give them a really good mow down and make the yard look a bit more presentable and tidy again. We are going to start over on Scarecrow Field for now and give him a little area tidy up, and then we'll work our way over to these fields over here to tidy up these. We'll go until it gets dark, and then we'll progress time slightly, and then we will pick up the next morning. So we're going to lower this one down, it's backed up here already, just around the edge of this field, and just tidy up, and we can determine what is a tree and what is a bush that I can get rid of in game. Yeah, if you missed the last one, we basically ploughed in 3 fields, one this side of the yard and another one at the by the farmhouse. We had to move Scarecrow because he was a little bit in the way, but he's now got his own little hill where we can overlook the crop that we put in at some point. We had a slight issue as well with the run-out tractor. It wouldn't allow me to create fields with it, but it would do the other tractors, so we are on the Ford at the moment. And I probably can switch to the run-out now for the mowing, which I might do so at the next chance. But for now we're going to just get rid of these trees and these bushes, because as you can see there's a bit of a hill right next to this field, so we couldn't quite get the plough up here. And then eventually we'll put in just a small bit of grass, use the grass more properly. Just to tidy it up, or some flower beds and whatnot. We probably add some decorations at some point. It's getting dark pretty quick now actually, so I might just skip ahead soon anyway. But yeah, we'll probably add some more decorations up on this hill, make this maybe like a seasonal hill. But we couldn't quite tell how steep it was. The plough didn't quite make it up. I mean, I think it was literally on the limit of being too steep, to be honest. So it's not as bad as it seemed before. Now we can see it from this angle. There we go, that's much better. Now we can see a bit better. Odd shaped field, but it's all good. And then I say we'll add some decorations to that area down the line. At least now we can see the boundary of the field. Do not, let's just stay with the Ford for now. The next field we need to do is this one here. Just give it a tidy up so we can see the ground better. And decide obviously what to do with it. Yeah, I think that would do for now. At least just have a little path going down to it. One thing I'm going to do is just clear the tip area here a second, obviously the grass. Hasn't done that on other places, so I'm just going to try. And do one more time. Just so we can actually see what has been cut and what's not. So a little bit there, look. So, we've got ourselves a little track now, up and down to the barn. Which is all we need for now, to be fair, until we decide what to do with this area. And then let's go to the other side. This section I think we will cut back in its entirety so we can see what we're doing. Okay, good morning. So just past time there, and we did get a £472 property maintenance fee, so we are going to have to start making money soon, otherwise we are just going to run out of money from maintenance fees and I suppose bills from the house and the farmhouse and the land. So we need to make the most of these days, so we're going to be starting early and finishing late for the first few weeks at least. It is a small bit of a shame we can't obviously make this into grass properly to make bales because of where the map's set out. But the good news is at least we can just get it all cleared away and decide what to do a bit easier. But yes, I will quickly just get this done and we'll jump back in once I'm done with this. Okay, here we go. That is the field mode. I'll just quickly show you up in the air a bit easier. Now this area here I believe is just normal grass. It won't let me cut this. For some reason, if I could just put on the map and that's a landscape over it, it's not going to work. Same as this section here, the bushes, but that's fine because it sort of makes the gate make sense with the bushes in the way. But there we go. I mean, there's a couple bits here and there I missed, but I did landscape very gently with a soft brush just to smooth out this little mound here, but not too much. But it ruins the hill, so it's flat and level. But a pretty large area. When you think about that field there, we're about the same size now in field lengths and sizes. I haven't decided what to do yet. Let me know what you think. Any ideas what could be this area could be useful for? Maybe some animals, some pigs, some horses by the lake, or maybe some silage bunkers for future if we do any silage. So plenty of scope we can use it for. I think I'm going to keep this section here as like the hay grass storage area in this barn here. We'll see how things develop and what crop we put in the ground here. I want this to be more of like a yard animal area, and then like the woodlands and across the arable across the way there. So I don't want to go too crazy with storage and stuff. We've got plenty of storage, but we'll see also what fits and how much it changes the ground when it auto landscapes and stuff. That is one field done, another area tidied up. We've got a path going up to there for now. Again, we'll mow that back properly once we decide what to do. And I think for now we'll leave these sections here as they are. There's not necessary to really cut these back because the path and the road goes around it. And I don't want it to be too unnatural and look just everything's bare and pull back to the bare bones. Same as this area here. I think that's fine for now. Maybe at some point we'll have like some storage back here, but we'll see. So far so good. I should the landscape there, look, and do a bit of tidying up around this area so it's not so bare on the hill. So I think the next step we're going to take is a bit of a forestry, because we are going to need some money coming in. Now of course the issue we've got now is moving these logs out of the way and getting them onto this trailer and towing them. We can try this winch. I'm not sure if it will connect to our tractor or not, or how it works. Just installed it. Again, we also need like some sort of log fork to lift up the ones that are already cut, and there's not much money make from them. See, I think this might be our best option for now. Now we are going to need a chainsaw. I'm not fussed about going to the shop to buy one. Let's just get one bought. Let's go for that one. It's £1,000 gone. Let's see if I can get this lined up. I've missed it already. That's annoying. So we cannot lift that either. Let's go in half. So we can lift that. 47 kilograms. That is strong. Here we go. First login. Okay, so that's a good point now, I reckon, for chopping up. Just so you know as well, I did have Precision Farming installed. That has now been uninstalled. So again, we're in the 90s, so all this fancy electronical stuff and soul sampling, maybe it did exist in the 90s, I'm no expert, but I expect it was a lot of a longer process. We didn't have any John Deere fancy equipment, so we are just going to go old school farming and just doing it as per the map of the base game. At least for now, until time progresses into the earlier 2000s and so. So this little thing in the back is actually pretty useful, isn't it? It does hold the logs quite well. Let's try a double stack here. You do need to be conscious of the weight though, how much weight we're putting in, so I might struggle to pull. Right. Where is the sawmill, is the question. EGA, bales, Hawks timber. So head towards the shop, crossroads, take a left. Right, let's head down to the store and see how much we get for this one log cut up into these little chunks. There we go, sawmill. So loud. I'm just going to quickly turn on the interactive zone markers for our first visit so we know where the sell point triggers are. Ah, right there, look. Let's try both. I'm not sure if they matter or not. There we go. Sold wood 940. So what's the difference in these sell points, if any? Hawks timber limited. Sawmill grain. I guess that's for wood chips there, maybe. There we go, 900 for that one big log. Which is not bad really, and consider it's cut up into pretty small pieces. It's not bad going. So we'll head back And do the same again for the next log. Hopefully we can get it in one big piece this time though. Okay, with any luck now we can cut these and they should fall in, hopefully. So health and safety is going to go out the window right now, but we go there. Okay, let's see if we can try and maneuver these in now. Let's save the game quickly, in case it all goes terribly wrong. I feel like, you know, in reality, they would 100% roll in quite easy. Well, that's one in. I mean, they're a little bit too big on the ends there to fit in. However, it's not bad going at all. And now we can chop up these other pieces nice and easy. And hopefully get a bit more money for the longer ones. Okay, let's try our luck. Let's go there. Oops. And they can slot in nicely into there, look. Right, that is load number 2, all good to go. Let's head down, see how much we get for this. I'm hoping just over 1,000 for this next load. I will see you down there. Here we are at the sawmill. Let's go to the unload point again and see how much we get this time. That's much better. 1,940, just because they were that little bit longer in the length. So it does help having them a bit longer. So up to 6 grand now. So up in the next 2 logs, obviously they're not on the rack now, they've been cut. So they're going to be a little bit smaller. Which means less money. So hopefully we can make around about sort of 7,500 to 8,000 total from the logs that we left at the farm, and he's already cut down. But I'll head on now and crack on with these, and we'll jump back in once we've sold them all off. Here we are once again. This is the second load now since I left you last. We made about £1,300 on the last load, and then I've managed to realise about that length there is about the maximum we can go to lift them up. So we'll see how much we get for this, and that's all the logs that are left behind, and then we can decide sort of which parts of the forest we're actually going to cut down and which we're going to save for the just to keep it, you know, natural, keep the farm alive with some woodland as well. 940, so we're up to 8,340 now. So let's just quickly test how this attaches. I mean, it's pretty small. It's very small. But it'll save us a lot of money. It can do grass and can have, I'm not sure if it needs like multiplayer compatibility with the seat. I'm just going to drag this back to where it should be. Okay, we don't need tram lines enabled. Let's move that out of the way. So we can select seed, we can do grass, we can do oil seed, canola. So that's our choices currently, grass or canola. I'm not sure how effective this is going to be. Might be worth doing some more logging, but I think for the meantime, no harm in trying. Let's get some seeds. 900 for a pallet and get a big bag. $980. Nope. So we have to go for pallet. But we are going to need to fill it anyway at the store. $200 that's going to take quite a while. So I think we can speak to the guys at the shop and they can help us load this onto the back of this logging trailer. I'm sure it wouldn't be an issue. Just undo the straps. Let's speak to the guys and get this all loaded up. Okay, there we go. It's still letting me to, it's allowing me to attach it. So you can see there that it will say attach. There we go, it's moved now actually, there we go. So this might be a terrible bit of kit, but we'll head down and test it out. See how we get on quickly. Get some, at least try and get some grass in today. Right, I've headed back to the yard. I've got the Ford out. I think the 100 horsepower is probably a bit overkill for this bit of kit. So we'll see how we get on. If it doesn't work out too well, we can just switch it out. Make some money, some logs, and then we can buy the one for 13,000. I believe it was. So I'm not sure if this is going to spin the seeds into the ground or just plant them. I think it's designed for a passenger to like chuck them, maybe. Or I'm not sure. We'll find out. We're going to try it on the small field first, because we'll put some grass in the small field. I don't want to waste the seed if it's not going to work out too well as a mod. Okay, so literally as soon as you go onto a ploughed area, it spins automatically, so this could be interesting. Let's see what the spread's like first. It's not too bad actually. It's got a huge spread. I mean, this is obviously wouldn't leave nice lines like this, I don't think, initially. I mean, this is working okay, to be fair. I'm a bit all over the place at the moment on my headland, but I mean, other than the texture changing straight away, this is not too bad actually. The spread in it's really good. I'm not sure how realistic this is, if you can just spread seeds so easy like this. Maybe you need rolling in, maybe roll them in, but it's lasting pretty well as well. A bit odd how the stones appear as well though, like the stones just appear when you're spreading it, but it's fine. Let's say apart from, like I said just now, the texture changes as if it's being directly drilled. But I'm happy with that. That is nice and efficient and quite quick, to be honest. So let's do the next field. Yeah, we're going to do grass fields up here, I think. And we can only do canola on this one, so canola is going to be at the farm. Hopefully it's just enough seed to cover this field. I'll try and be a bit more careful on this one. But I think just for a small bit of realism, I am going to get ourselves a concrete roller. And we've got fieldstone enabled. We are going to try and make some lime from that with the machine, and what you can turn it into lime. So I think that is the whole field covered. And that's relatively quick considering. I suppose a sprayer could be is an old school way of doing it. You know, they would spray it on the ground or throw it into seed. Eagles are coming down already. So let's make sure we got canola enabled, which is good. And again, there's a fuel warning. Benefit to actually having precision farming off is I think actually rolling things gives you a fertilizer state again, which is good to have. But we are going to need the Renault to get the rollers from the store because they're quite heavy. So canola, or as is known in the UK, rapeseed, is going to go in the ground, and at least initially, just to get ourselves something in the ground. I mean, hopefully we can actually put... Where's our crop calendar? Canola planting season is green, so we are just about in time. We've got this month and October to get canola in the ground. Still got our truck here as well, which is going to be useful when we do harvesting. There's one benefit we have got. In fact, we could use that for logs, couldn't we really? We could chuck logs in the back of that. We didn't think about that earlier. Let's just drop this one here for now. Okay, let's just remind ourselves on rolling. Okay, so grassland rollers will give you a extra yield bonus if you roll over after sowing, which we might need because we're going to get one cut this year, and you also get an extra stage of fertilizer on the next harvest once it's been cut. So that tells me a roller could actually increase our yield for the grass. So let's check the store for rollers. I did install some mods to buy this. I think I'm going to risk it. So that'll be us waiting at the shop for us, and then what we can do, we've still got another day in September before we actually need to worry about the next growth stage. I'm going to move this truck down to the yard. Let's have a quick look at some trees that might be a bit tasty for us to cut down and chuck into the back of this lorry, which is going to save us a lot of trips instead of using the tractor initially. And then that'll be us for today, I think. We'll jump back in probably September 3. Might do a little bit of logging just off camera this afternoon, try and make a bit of money, and then we'll jump back in September 3. Yeah, I almost forgot we had this lorry. This would have saved us a lot of trips earlier on. Alright, let's very quickly jump into flight mode. So again, I would quite like to keep some of the farm with a woodland if possible. We have got that woodland there, and the trees over there as well. We could always potentially look at cutting down, expanding the yard in the future. Or we can cut down this woodland here. Even if we push it back. Of course we can replant if we need to. If we just push it back slightly, make a clearing. Maybe just this section here, I think might be useful for now. And again, this track here leads out into field 2, which is good to know. Oh, that is ours. Again, we've got to be conscious of the fact that field 2 is here. So we need to keep these trees out of their field as well. But there we go, 2 fields of grass in the ground. We've got a field of canola. It's actually a pretty big field, isn't it, really? In the ground. We need to do a little bit of decoration and tidying up in a few other spots. So far, 1 month in, we're off to a decent start. And the money is still above 1,000, which is always good to know. So I think I'll end it there. Do a little bit of logging, and then I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. See you in the next one.